All right, welcome back to Cricket for Americans. My mic was muted. Nick here, and we're going to be having our guest Asjad, and of course Gabe with us. And speaking of Asjad, there's the man, the myth, the legend. What's up, Asjad? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, Nick? How's everyone in the chat? What's going on? England have won the toss and elected to bat. Nothing a surprise there whatsoever. But yeah, this is interesting. England gone with a side that they should have played in the previous match. Hello, Gabe.
What's up, Gabe?
Oh my, Nick. Since I don't really got a dog in the fight, do you want a little of my help? I already. Listen,
Gabe, listen. Listen, Mush. All right.
I'm just saying. I can bust them out. I can bust them out for you.
I am happy for you. Honestly, I'm not jealous at all. I know what it feels like. But you think I'm crazy? You think I want some help from you? It's taking you like 6 months to get on the winning side 2 in a row. No, thank you. But I'll do this. I'll do one better. I'll let you join my stream today. Let's go, India. Let's go.
Listen, I'm telling you, we're talking about team selections and stuff, and literally we're recording a video for
Footy Friday, baby.
For Footy Friday, and Nick's like, we got to have a selection video. I could already see the emails coming in. Gabe, please don't pick, whatever team. Like, oh, easy, guys. Calm down.
What is up, everyone? Santosh, Harris, Akshay. How are you guys all doing? How about a little round of applause for Asjad? It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and this guy's rocking cricket. That's commitment right there.
I love it.
Appreciate it. Following this guy right here with the night watchman-ness.
Boom. First ball, dot. No surprise there. Sharma's taking the first over here. Kohli looks really, really loose out there. Let's look at the opening squad here. Let's see what squads they're going with. I said opening squad. Just the squads. The ones playing, we got Rohit Sharma for India, Shub McGill, Pujara, Kohli, Rahane, Pant, Washington Sundar's in there. All right. Axar Patel, Ashwin, Sharma, and Lord Salaj. All right. I'm going to say I'm not too surprised by any of those for India. Asjad, are you surprised by any of those choices? I mean, Sundar might be a small surprise, but I think of the other spinners, you're going to go 3. He definitely deserves it.
Yeah, definitely. The thing is, he didn't do anything wrong in the previous match. And is that LBW, by the way?
Is that a wicket?
I think they reviewed it.
Did they? Oh, Gabe, give me some of the holder.
That was a beautiful ball by Sharma, man.
Up, AJ. I'm calling it right now. It's out, baby. I haven't seen the replay yet.
I'm gonna pause until the ball. Okay. Let me know when your replay hits.
We have the 2 batsmen talking to each other. They just turned their back. Sibley turned his back. If this is out, Gabe, what did I say in our preview show?
Dude.
Dude. Can we say it might be a little high? If not, it's plumb. That's right, in the middle.
Yeah. Looks out.
It might not be high. It might not have got much of a bounce off the pitch. But there's no ultra edge. Get that ultra edge out of here. What I say, Gabe, you get that first wicket, first over by Ishant Sharma. Isn't that what I said? Come on, baby. Don't give me the umpire's call.
Umpire's call.
How is that? How is that even possible? How? That looked so
dead. It did not have that kind of bounce. Hawkeye, get out of here. You got to be kidding me. Oh, that would have been huge.
That would have been huge.
Ara says he doesn't speak in the chat because he's still trying to catch his breath from West Indies and Sri Lanka. I'll tell you what, when Gabe bounces back from the losing side, does he bounce back a win by like 300 runs in the earlier match? And then he got 6 sixes and he wins by like, what was that, like the 13th over?
God, it was the 14th over, 13.4. Listen, last night, man, Australia put in 53. What was it? They won by 53 or 54 runs, 57. I can't remember what it was. It was a beatdown. I love it. I love it.
So they lose a review just like that.
Yeah, very quick. Very unlucky that, because to me that looked out. I just read in the chat. something that is obviously too high. It looked out to me, like first instinct, I was like, that's gone.
Ooh.
But maybe the ball is gonna bounce a bit more. It's the new cherry anyway. But yeah, that was close.
Give me a break. He's not that tall. You guys know I'm a teacher. I'm an educator. But I've been going to the School of Bowling by Gabe recently. And Professor Gabe says, it's always out, baby. Come on.
Bro, no questions. Just
no.
Batsmen would hate me, bro. It would my head be up before they'd even start yelling.
I'd love you as my umpire, Gabe, because I was a bowler who'd appeal quite a bit. And I'd be like, and they're like, no. I was like, I'm sure that's out. They're like, no, it isn't. So I'd love you were like, yes, that's gone. That's gone.
Batsman, I'm already saying, put the hot pocket in the microwave because I'm going to be called out right away.
Oh, I love the hot pocket. Love it.
Know,
do you see Lawrence coming in third or Bairstow? Because Bairstow, as Kez from We Cricket said, Pairstow, because he got a pair in the last game. Who would come in next when that wicket falls?
Oh man,
There's pitch, huh?
I'm like, no, don't do this to me, Zach Crawley, because I'm fighting for him. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know what I mean? Even though regardless what happens this game, I don't think they go away from Zach Crawley again. I can't see Joe Burns again. I can't do it.
Is there any Burns? Is there any Burns in cricket right now?
Men out there, we're screwed. Well, maybe that's not the guy I hate. Is that the guy we hate from the IPL? Maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't think so.
Okay. He said, guys, Pollard was decent in the game earlier today, right? What are you kidding me? Decent? That guy
saw like 7 balls.
Woo. 6 sixes. The third international player to do that in white ball cricket. What was it? Gibbs, Yuvraj Singh, and now Kieran Pollard. Second in T20s. The first time happened to Stuart Broad in 2007. I know you guys have reacted to that. And you reacted to this as well, Gabe. So can't wait for Nick to do the official reaction.
Listen.
That'll be nice. That'll be
nice. Pumped. Like as a bowler, let me ask you a question. How do you think Denanation, how is it? How do I pronounce it? Dhananjaya. How do you think he feels right now? Oops. As a bowler, how do you think he feels right now? Because, I mean, this guy, think about it. You know what I mean? Like, yo, yeah, I just got pumped for 62 runs. You know what I mean? Like, somebody just made history on me. But I did get a hat trick. You know what I mean?
Oh, Lord Siraj.
So what?
Lord Siraj.
So the way you look at it, Gabe, is that, yes, he got a hat trick, but then Kieran Pollard did Kieran Pollardian things, right?
Pollardian things.
Right? So you can't prepare for that. You can't prepare for something like that. And I think he'll probably be thinking something like, okay, I got pumped, but this doesn't happen every day. So I can't lose my confidence. He was going really well. He got a hat trick. Who did he get? Lewis, Gale, and Puran. They're really good 3 wickets, right? They're absolutely fantastic. So what you need to remember, or he needs to remember, is this happens, but next game, which is in a couple of days, he needs to come back stronger and not go for that many runs, but bowl the way that he did. Because when he got hit for that first 6, he started changing his line and length a lot. He didn't stick to his guns. He started to play to the batsman's strengths, if you know what I mean. And that's where he got smashed.
Now, let me ask you a question. And I mentioned this on the stream. Some people are like, it doesn't really matter. You go with the best people. He's a spinner. I thought he was a wrist spinner. Somebody's no. He's a finger spinner. But either way, as a left-handed batsman, you're susceptible to that spin, especially from wrist spinners, but I guess even the finger spinners as well. Would you have a batting lineup where you've got back-to-back left-handed batsmen there? You know, doesn't that like kind of make it dangerous? Because look what happened. Again, he got the hat trick because 2 guys were both left-handers back-to-back. Now they're on strike, right? If he gets 1, next guy's on strike as well. So would you keep that for the next and I'm just thinking, you know, from a coaching and an analytical standpoint, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So the thing with Dhananjaya's bowling, right? And I'm just checking if he is, because it does say that, yeah, if he's a finger spinner, the one thing we need to consider is he's moving the ball away from the left-hander. Yeah. So ideally, if you notice, a lot of sides play right, left, right, left, right, left combo.
Right.
Because of that specific reason. However, ideally, this doesn't really happen. You don't get a scenario where you have so many left-handers in a row where they all get out. But because it's a finger spinner, because
boundary.
That's a 4. Is that leg buys? I think that's leg buys.
Yeah, leg buy. He just made the signal.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, you wouldn't have that normally because I don't see that very often nowadays. But it's not a big deal because if you got a wrist spinner and you have 3 right-handers back to back, then it's the same scenario because the ball moving away from you. I saw a video where it says batsmen are 67% more susceptible of getting out to spin if the ball is moving away from them. Right?
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. That's how he got Perron. Ball was moving around away from him. Perron went to go try to get it outside edge, taking in the slips. So what's going on, Gaurav?
Asjad, I did not realize this. You got the Golden Ducks guy on your channel?
Yeah.
Cricket from Re-Cricket. I saw that the other day. It was pretty cool.
That is awesome, man. That video's doing really well too. Holy cow.
Thank you. I did name drop you guys before and after the video. So if you want to get in touch, go for it.
I commented on one of the videos and they said, yeah, let's do something. And then I haven't heard back from them, but that is awesome.
I'll send you the deets, Nick. I'll send you the deets.
Congrats, man. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Your 1 minute review of West Indies is doing really good too, just under an hour.
Oh, that's great. This is the thing. That 1 minute thing is what I think I'll have to concentrate on because I'm surprised at the fact that you can expand so much on all these points. And I'm trying to make my video longer, but I can't talk more about this stuff. I end here and I can't even rant about something I don't like. I can do about a minute and then I stop.
Let me tell you the secret, Asjad. This is the secret right here, okay? One of my favorite movies is Crocodile Dundee, the first and the second one. Mm-hmm. And the first one, there's the bad guy, or the second one. The bad guys are out there trying to find Mick Dundee, and he's got all his drinking pals out there, right? And they come across a skinny guy, and the guy's like, really? You got a whole bunch of beers and no gun? You should have got a gun, mate. And he's like, I don't need a gun. I got a dunk. And he's like, who? And the big old guy comes out and punches him, dunk, right? I don't need any of that. I got a Gabe, all right? Yeah. Gabe is the one that expands the thoughts and lets us get more information that we need, and I feed off it. That's what you need. You need a Gabe, my friend.
I will find a Gabe. I will find a Gabe in my life, and it might just be Gabe. So I'm sorry for poaching, Nick.
Oh, man.
Listen, I'm always on hot water for stuff I say, bro. You know what I mean? Nick has to put out so many fires. It's not even funny. It would be Cricket for Americans, 8.0 at this point. If it would just be, he always has to put out fires like the views expressed by Gabe are not necessarily the views expressed by board reviews.
He's had about 17 different HR meetings so far. Just saying.
Wow.
Why do you think I'm not allowed to drive by Campbell? I only get one. I actually get one every 7 videos, so I've got to use it sparingly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was just gonna say. Thankfully, I don't have to do Cricket for Us 3.0, but I'd read that comment. I think it's Turning Point, right, Nick?
Yeah.
And I was hilarious. Like, this is amazing. That's one of the best comments I've seen. So thank you, Turning Point.
Turning Point out of control. Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe they copyrighted him. That's ridiculous. But he's going to take care of it. You know what I mean? The people have spoken. The village has spoken.
Love it. Oh, that's a good drive straight down the ground. Is that Sibley or is that
Sean Sharma? He's going all out. Stop that. Stop. Yeah, it's going to stop in time. They're it's the third over. Well, they get 3 on that one. No, just 2.
2.
They got 2 on that one. So, they're taking their time. They were playing dangerously the first 2 overs, almost lost a wicket per, but it wasn't, securely there. And I've seen this before against India where they got – against England too. These two guys in the first match, they got almost 3 early wickets. None of them came to fruition. And then, England went on to score that, 580 or some nonsense?
Yeah, that was a huge total. And that's what England needs to do here. I don't know how the pitch will play, though, because so far, so good, right?
Right.
I don't expect them to play, to have a similar pitch to the previous game. However, I don't mind. It was very entertaining. It was a very, very entertaining one.
Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about this England side, right? Don Sibley, Zach Crawley, Johnny Burstow, Joe Root, Ben Stokes, Ali Pope, Ben Folks, Dan Lawrence, Don Best, Jack Leach, and Jimmy Anderson. I mean, all right. They got the 2 spinners in there, so they're expecting to get spin, even though last time they went with 3 pacers. But man, I don't know. What do you think, man? It's
My only thought is this is the best team they could play for the 3rd game rather than the 4th game. It's reactionary. It's very reactionary. That's right. The way I see it. It's a lot more surprising that they've actually gone for that extra. Honestly, they've tried to cover all bases, haven't they? Because their batting was weak and their spin department was weak. So they're like, we'll play a spinner and we'll play a batsman. Ben Stokes, right now he's a part-time seamer, but usually he's a very good all-rounder, right? He's probably going to open the bowling for England with James Anderson. Not saying that Ben Stokes isn't a good bowler or anything, but that's something I haven't seen Ben Stokes do very often. Not at all. Just got a comment here from Sham saying, Craig for us, loved your podcast. Thank you. Thank you very much. Been a fan of him for a long time. Also been following Nick and Gabe 6 months now. I'm glad you've been following Nick and Gabe. These guys are awesome, right? Like all their videos, right? Comment on everything. Chat about them. Just tell everyone about Nick and Gabe as the best people on YouTube.
Now, I don't know about the best. I mean, I'd take, the
one of the best.
You know what I mean? Listen. I ain't never been the best at anything, cousin. It's okay. I'm gonna steal something Jabby said to us when we did our little name drop right there. When we did our boring reviews interview with Jabby Koué. He said, listen, it's all right to know your place in life. It is. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to know your place. I know I'm not the most handsome dude. I'm not the smartest dude. I like to be that guy that's just good enough. You know what I'm saying? But I don't got to be the top dude. It's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
The score is 9. What's up, Saganisha? Blobby 9. Harris, what's up, Shmrini? Everyone else, how are you guys doing? Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We got Asjad here with us. This guy is just a few months away from surpassing us in subscribers and views, and we'll be so proud of that. Go ahead and check out his channel. He had a little bit of bad news today, but he is fighting through it. He's not going to let that slow him down, and we're going to make sure we get that strike taken care of. Go ahead and support his channel, but go ahead and like this video as well. We're going to see what happens in this 4th match. Can England play spoiler? We'll have to find out. They're 9 for no loss right now in the 4th over. Got the scoreboard up here. And
Thank you for that.
Did the lineup change at all besides Bess? Did the players change for England?
Lawrence.
They put Lawrence in there? Oh, yeah. Thank you. That makes me so happy.
Wow. Lawrence drive by. Oh, the guy's got a family, Nick. They may be watching right now. Oh.
I don't sweat him at all. I don't sweat him.
There's
John Lawrence is going to get 100. I'm telling you, John Lawrence is going to get 100.
Bro, that's what surprised me about the Indian lineup. I thought that they would go with Pandya as opposed to Washington Sundar. You know what I mean? Which, it's all good. But you've got 3 spinners in there, and Ashwin, Sundar, and Patel. So I don't know, man. Would you have not given Pandya a shot?
I remember, and again, unfortunately, I am doing a few name drops today, so I apologize. But when I spoke to JB, he said that. He said they should potentially try someone like Hardik Pandya in their side, right? And give him that introduction back into Test cricket with the ball and everything. It made sense, but I didn't see that happening. If they are going to make a spin-friendly track, they're not going to play Pandya, are they? They're going to go in with 3 spinners. And thankfully, this time, England have gone with 3 spinners, so it kind of helps them.
They figured it out.
Exactly, maybe. I know someone just said Pandya can't bowl. I've heard he can bowl a bit. I don't know if he can bowl.
He
15,
bowled
20
pretty
over?
nicely in the what was it, the ODI series.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
still coming
Pretty
back
nicely
from that.
there.
From
Look at
that
the
back.
nice new stadium. Let me just say real quick, what's up, Abbott? He is watching us here. My son's watching from his room. It was so funny. He watched us the last time, and he was really enjoying it. Little name drop, talk about that, Abbott. And I was recording privately with Gabe for some videos on Born Reviews, and he's like, Dad, I can't find your video. I want to watch it. So I appreciate that, guy. There you go. There you go, Abbott. Kashan says, what's up?
I like this. Hey, Gabe, does seeing a hat trick and 6 sixes in the same match make up for all the crow you've eaten over the past year? Oh, yes, it does, Smirty. Oh, yes, it does. That was awesome, man. That was awesome. That game was nerve-wracking, though. I got to say. That game was nerve-wracking.
Well, you had 6 wickets fall before you can, like, finish a sneeze, for crying out loud.
Dude, the West Indies just play with fire. You got to love the way they play, though, man. But, woof. Oh,
that match just blew my mind. I said to Nick earlier, I was like, I woke up and I was like, oh, let me just see what the score is. Oh, they made 130. That was so close, wasn't it?
Oh, drop. Who dropped it? Oh, Axar Patel. What are you doing?
Oh,
there's the third possible wicket that got taken. Oh, this is not. Don't let them get comfortable.
No, it bounced. It looked like it bounced first, right?
I think it did bounce.
This is the new ball. Come on.
I didn't see 2 drops. I saw the you're probably talking about the LBW. That was close.
Sean wants to know views on the England 11. We were just talking about them a few minutes ago. Thank goodness they put their spin out there. I'm not sure what they were thinking. You know, Root got a fifer, so I mean, guess they figured, hey, we got Root, so that's all we need. But they got another spinner in there. Dan Lawrence, I'm not trying to be rude to the guy, but every time I see this guy play, you know, I would take Bairstow over him. So I'm not too worried about that.
Wow.
You know what? It's bad where you know you turn a player's name like into an adjective. Like, bro, you know, you just got Bairstow, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's just brutal.
Do you know what Bairstow needs to do? He needs to do a Pantonian like performance. He needs that, because now it's gone from Pantonian as a bad adjective to a good adjective. That's what it's changed to. That's what he needs to do. If you say Bairstow, that means he gets a 50 in like 28 balls. That's what he needs to do.
I'm actually from the baseball playing side of the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. My mom's Puerto Rican. I mean, my mom's Dominican, my dad's Puerto Rican. So my accent is actually Spanish, porque hablamos español. And I worked along. When I came to the country, I was an ELL learner, which means English language learner. So it took me a while to get rid of the accent. Now I just got the New York accent because I lived there for 15 years or whatnot. But no, I don't got the West Indian accent.
The Spanish that you just kind of just added in there. I haven't heard you speak Spanish before, like in a sentence. So wow.
But I'll give you a little West Indian accent right now. West Indies, baby. Who want to rump with us? Yeah, who wants it? Who want it?
Oh, it was brilliant. 6 sixes in an over. I felt bad for the bowler, as you said. Dhananjay gets a hat trick, and in his next over gets hit for 6 sixes.
60.
Oh, it's crazy. The ball is hooping around, by the way. It's surprising that both sides have only played 2 fast bowlers.
Right.
And if the ball keeps swinging and seaming, they're like, what will the spinners do now?
It's interesting, isn't it? I said
can't have a high scoring match. Can't have a high scoring inning. I mean, I don't want that.
I said it's gonna be different with the cricket ball, right? The cherry, because that pink ball was a big deal. People forget. Everybody blamed the pinch. The pink ball is a big deal.
It definitely is. That ball just came in crazy amounts, swung in, pitched and then seamed it. Brilliant delivery by Sean Sharma. Wow.
Yeah, that was beautiful right there.
Fifth over right here. Sharma's finishing off his third over. Just can't get, oh my gosh, can't get the ball. That might have had a little too much length on there, the way it bounced off the pitch. I'm not exactly sure, but just can't take advantage of the way it's swinging right now. And hopefully they can sooner rather than later.
I just read a comment by Ray PMB saying, is this Edgbaston? Which it's not England, but it sure seems like England. You see the bounce, you see the true nature of this pitch right now, and it's crazy. It's
what is going on? This is oh my gosh. Could there be two different pitches? I mean, this is insane. Wow, look at that ball.
Oh, crazy. Absolutely crazy. How I think I asked you guys this before as well. How have you felt about Rishabh Pant's wicket keeping? Because everything was about Saha's a better keeper, Rishabh Pant's a better batsman. But Pant's keeping in this series has been absolutely fantastic. It's blown my mind.
Great. It's been great. You can tell he's worked on it. You know what I mean? You can tell he's absolutely worked on it. And man, the seamers are feasting right now. Now, after the first 30, 40 overs, the ball's going to get beat up. The pitch will deteriorate as the day goes on. So the spinners, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow will come into play. But yeah, this is way different than game 3.
Yeah,
Gabe, I think this is a different pitch than the one they played on last match. Same grounds. Okay.
I think there's I read 11, but I think there's at least 6 different pitches. I didn't know about 11, but I know there were at least 6 different pitches that any of them could have used for the match previously and in this match. So that's why they usually leave the grass on, so that there's one prominent pitch and the other one kind of just stays there in the back until they need to use it. So it's good. It's worked well so far, and we've got first spin. We've got Axar Patel already in the attack. In the 6th over. Wow. Just to see if the ball is going to spin early on or if he's going to get that straighter delivery to take those wickets.
I like it.
Says, Asjad's ahead of all of us and giving us spoilers. Yeah, because I'm like, wow, you're ahead of me there.
I am so sorry.
You don't see Axar in their game?
Now I do.
Yeah, I was with you, Asjad. I saw him when you saw. I hope so, because I'm always behind you guys.
I'm just about to have the first ball, so I'll pause it.
Yeah, me too. They're still talking right now, discussing it. England should have packed Archer. That's what I was thinking,
There's
man.
the first ball. I just saw the first delivery.
There we go.
I think the reason they didn't go for Archer because of the workload management, because he is going to play T20s, ODIs,
right.
IPL. Oh!
Shut your mouth, Gabe.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Put that finger up, baby.
Woo! Shut your mouth, Gabe. I'm just saying how the track game spin. Oh, my gosh.
Sibley, goodbye. That's right. Bring in Axar Patel. Second ball. There's a wicket. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about, Gabe. That's right. Woo!
Oh,
I say, get that early wicket. We want 2 wickets before I said the 20th over. I'm going for 10 right now, baby. 2 before the 10th.
Inside edge.
Inside edge. And then that's just disgusting. How bad is
Axar Patel?
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Told you, look, they don't let me even why do I open my mouth? I'm just talking about how the pitch is different and there's no spinning coming up. Axar Patel, first over, he's bowling, second ball.
Hey, Biggs has got your back. Biggs is a big time supporter. He says that was on me, Gabe.
Me too. I'm like, I'll take the hit. Biggs like, I'll take the hit.
Listen, when you got someone like Axar Patel that tasted all that celebration in the last match, he's like, that tasted good. I like that. I want to give myself some more.
And I was just going to say that it looks like, for whatever reason, 4 for 24 from Crawley, Sibley 2 for 8. It looks like they're really trying to draw this thing out, right? Tire out the bowlers, play a test match, not come out attacking. And Yeah, that was a poor shot. I agree, Blobby 9.
To be honest, this is the funny thing, right? Is that Dan Lawrence coming out?
Oh, please tell me
no.
it is.
I think it's Bairstow. I just can't tell from the
Dan Lawrence, Night Watchman, this early.
Wow. Not only me, but now you're giving it. I love it.
Oh, man.
I think one thing that the mistake Sibley made was when he was bringing down the bat, it wasn't next to the pad, which is why you saw that gap, didn't you? And it hit the inside edge and then hit the stumps. But he could have adjusted his bat line the way he was bringing down the bat. But yeah, that was a good delivery. Again, a straighter delivery gets the wicket, doesn't it? An arm ball.
Jeez.
Gabe, your friend is coming up.
Eating some crow. I know. Johnny Bairstow. Bairstow, please don't make me look bad. Anything but a duck. Bairstow. Come on.
Anything more than 2 deliveries would be good for Gabe because he played 1 and then 2 in the other one.
Gabe, he can only go up from here, all right? He can only go up from those 2 ducks, all right? Everyone in the chat, thank you for joining us. This is Nick, Gabe, and Asjad. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Axar Patel's doing Patelian things, and we love that so much. Oh, that was close. And if you like India getting wickets from Axar Patel, if you like guys talking about cricket or anyone talking about cricket, give us a like right there. Just scroll down a little bit on your computer or on your screen, wherever you're looking at. Boom, hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it.
They just hit me with my own line. Yum, 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 yum. Delicioso. Just enjoy it.
Every day.
Oh, so tasty. Oh, so delicious. Oh, come on, Bairstow.
Right.
Push that one over there.
You guys saw Axar Patel in the IPL. You saw Axar Patel in tests. What do you do when Jadeja comes back?
Man.
You have to make some tough decisions. Unfortunately, in my opinion, what's going to happen is you're talking about, you got to make some really tough decisions, okay? You're talking about guys like Sundar, Siraj.
Sundar's gone, bro.
Maybe Axar Patel when it's not in India. You're talking about those guys. You might have to take a back seat because we got Jadeja in there. Bumrah, who knows how long he's out for personal reasons or whatever. But Ishant Sharma, he's healthy right now. You're not going to say, no, you didn't give as many wickets as we want in India, so you're going to make some tough decisions. But there's no way when King Arthur's healthy, you don't bring out Excalibur. You just don't do that. The guy's got to have Excalibur. And I know what I said a few months ago. I'm going to punch myself in the face for that one because you got to have some Jadeja in there.
I agree with Nick. His back and then his defense. We even forget about his defense, how good he is. You got to have him in there, man. I think, honestly, maybe I'm wrong, but obviously Washington Sundar is just a replacement. He'll be gone, obvious, no questions asked. But it may be Ishant Sharma because remember, we're also forgetting about Muhammad Shami, right? Buy Siraj, buy these guys. You're gonna get
beat on the squad. They may not be in the playing 11, but I tell you right now, Nadeem and Kuldeep Yadav, witness protection program. You're not going to hear from those guys.
Oh man, I'm telling you,
comes back when Jadeja comes. Oh my goodness gracious!
Shami, Jadeja, Bumrah, Ishant, and Hardik Pandya, and Ravichandran Ashwin. These 6 in the Indian lineup, and then the 5 they already have in the 6, whatever. Like it's mad. It's absolutely mad what India has.
Embarrassment of riches. My poor boy Paticle's doing all kinds of things and can't even sniff a spot.
What is it? 150 or 120 average so far?
150 average. He's a savage. And he doesn't even have a prayer. They're like, sorry, young fella, we don't got a spot for you.
Oh, they don't. For the next few years, I don't think so.
Everybody, thanks again for checking us out. Don't forget to like the stream. We keep getting more people. Thank you for hooking us up. We appreciate this. Let's watch this together. And let's go for 3 wickets in the first session. Is that being too greedy? Maybe 4.
5. I'm going 5 pound Booker T style.
Oh, man. Booker T style there. Suman says, please read it and your thoughts on it, guys. Axar is probably the only bowler in Test history who have gotten a wicket on the first over of 3 consecutive matches. He's great. Again, that's why I don't think you can replace him. but you gotta have Jadeja in there just because of his defense, just because of his back. I mean, I don't know. Maybe in subcontinent pitches, you go with Axar Patel, and then I don't know, man. That is I am glad I'm not the coaching staff or selection committee, because that's a tough task.
You ready for a drive-by, Gabe? You ready for a drive-by?
Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
If Bairstow was Indian, you think he would sniff a chance at this team? I don't think so.
Bro, he'd be on the back of a milk carton, all right? Missing in action.
I'm going to say something which is going to be really rude, so I apologize, but Bairstow can't get to the Afghanistan team right now the way he's batting.
Whoa, it's so bad.
We saw what happened.
My drive-by.
2 days, another 2-day test match. We saw this yesterday. It was crazy.
Asjad, that was like a crawl by. You like crawled slowly and just did that attack saying, yeah, that's right. You can catch me up, but you're not going to.
You know what, though? All jokes aside, if you were a Indian batsman, right? And you know you got no shot of getting on this side anytime soon. Are you doing like a 23andMe mouth swab to see? Like, I got some Irish descent. England will take everybody. They got a couple West Indians on their team right now. I got some West Indian in me. I got some English in me. Something just so you can play. I'm just saying. Think about it.
I don't see many Indians doing that, but I know at least 2 Pakistani players who've done that before. Imran Tahir being one of them. He went to South Africa and started playing for South Africa and has had a brilliant career. Another I can't really remember, but yeah, people do that, and they definitely should try it and get into like Australia. Like if Padikkal goes to Australia, right, he'll be their best batsman right now.
Opener.
Yeah, he'll be the opener with David Warner.
Gabe, this comment's for you. I want you to read this comment because we've been calling for this one for a while.
Cricket for Americans, Asjad, do you think Padikkal will be called in to replace Gill if we do not see a big score from his bat soon? I think they're going to give Gill more chances. And this is what I was listening to the West Indian broadcast earlier, and it said one of the problems with West Indies is that they have guys that they know they're talented, but they falter once or twice and then they drop them. Give these guys some chances to work out, gain that experience. You know what Gill is. He's shown you talent already, so you stick with him. But Padikkal does deserve a shot. It's so tough. You know what I mean? It's. I love Padikkal. We were calling, Nick and I, go back to when the Test teams and ODI was, and even T20 teams were announced.
Indian team selection, we got destroyed for that one.
Destroyed because we're like, "Where's Gill? What are you talking? Where's Padikkal?" And they're like, "They're not ready." Really? You seen them boys play? Listen.
Did you just see Pont with the ninja move right there? That was awesome. He was laying on his back. He did like kick jump into the air on his feet.
It reminded me of, and again, too many wrestling references, but The Rock or Shawn Michaels just before they got charged up. I was like, wow, good man. I just read a comment before, which I was going to tell you about. Bumrah's taking personal time because I think he's getting married in the next few weeks.
Yeah, congrats, Jasper. You deserve it, my friend.
So hopefully he'll be back for the IPL from the 11th, which will be good to see for sure.
This is a great comment from Krushna. Little bit of self-love here. Gabe and Nick, you don't know how happy I'm for this year's IPL because of both of you. This IPL is so special for us expressing our cricket emotions with you. It'll be great fun in advance. Oh, we can't wait. Gabe can wait. Gabe can absolutely wait because he's in no rush to see some of this action, baby. Gabe, someone mentioned in the comment earlier, I forgot to read it. Oh.
That's too high. I think that's too high again.
Sean, you're so close. But they mentioned earlier, they said the 3 guys to get those 6 sixes, right, in international, they all played for Mumbai at some point. Woo, baby, yeah.
Bro, it's an embarrassment of riches. That's the problem. I don't understand. Like, everybody thought I was joking, but the Mumbai Indians must have some really, really nice front office personnel. They send out, mini muffins and fruit baskets and stuff. Christmas, everybody's on their Christmas card list. Because I would be bidding them up just to get them to spend money. You know what I mean? Like, they just give them these players for nothing. It's so frustrating. It's
called the magic of money, Gabe. That's what people call it.
Those guys are pretty loaded. Who is Asjad? Asjad is the genius over there, right next to my colleague Gabe. This guy has his own channel, Cricket for Us 2.0. I almost said 3.0. Sorry about that. And he knows way more about cricket than us combined.
No way. You guys know so much, honestly. I watch your video to learn stuff, Nick. So don't worry about it. Right
There's
now.
A boundary. There's a boundary.
That's the first proper boundary from the back, isn't it?
Yep, first purple. The other one was a leg by. First boundary by Crawley. Like I said, probably one of the more important English batsmen because, man, the opening has just been bad with Sibley and Burns. You know what I mean?
Gabe, Bairstow's still sitting on a duck, just so you know.
Gosh. So technically what you're saying is he hasn't done better than last time? He's just seen a few more balls?
He's seen 9 balls?
That's 3 times more than the entire match for him.
We almost have 2 hands worth right here. I mean, this guy's doing pretty good.
Ooh.
Is Aksar injured? Is that his finger? They're patching it up or something, aren't they?
Yeah, it looked like it.
Give him a new Band-Aid. Let's get some of that Gorilla Glue. Come on. Just don't put it in your hair.
I've just seen a comment.
Good time IPL this year. CSK and KK are both doing well. Oh, yes, they will.
CSK. Yes. Yes.
I am way more fearful of KKR than CSK. KKR, they had a dangerous squad last year. They just got a little better, so.
Nick, you'll see the real CSK come out to play in India, all right? That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure I will. And you know what?
I know you're going
to. They win 3 in a row, all right? Let's say they win 3 championships in a row. I can still say, Gabe, my team got the first one between us, and that's all that matters, baby.
Oh.
Oof. I can't believe that CSK was 7th. I'm still recovering. Because they never not gotten into the playoffs. It's mad.
I laugh every time I think of it because I remember trying to give Gabe the bit. He was driving me crazy one night. And his son, Trey, was on the stream. And so Gabe gets up to get like a Coke or no, a cola beverage, excuse me. And so his son's on the stream. And I'm like, hey, Trey, do you realize that your dad rooted for a team that has been in the playoffs every year so far? They have 3 championships. And do you realize that once he started rooting for them, they got in 7th place? Oh, catch it.
Gone.
Yes.
Gone.
There's 2, baby. 2 before 10. 2 before 10. I called it. Bye, Crawley. Goodbye.
Why would you do that? Why would you come down the track to that specific delivery? You didn't connect whatsoever.
Nowhere. In the words of the great movie Friday, bye, Felicia. Adios. That's a wicket. Gabe, that's 2, baby. That's 2.
Bro, that has nothing to do with the pitch. That is just terrible batting, terrible foresight, terrible application. Why would you come down the pitch? And it just didn't, like, the bat twisted in his hand as well. Oh, goodness me.
Who took
Siraj
that?
got it. Axar, this is the game plan. This is the game plan in the future. Axar Patel first, and then King Kohli second. This is what we're doing in our selection for our team. I better not see an Indian team with that Axar Patel on it because this guy with a broken finger, for crying out loud, that finger's hanging and dangling. He says, I only need 9 digits. I only need 4 digits to get myself 2 wickets.
Bro,
please tell me you're not injured.
I got a question. What is England going to do about these opening batsmen? For the love of Pete, it's bad. It's all darkness. I'm glad I don't normally root for England. I'm on Australia. Now, Australia has its issues as well. Just saying, all right? David Warner pulls his groin, the golden groin, I'm going to call it, because it's taking forever to heal, and the team is falling apart. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, seriously.
Golden groin.
The golden groin, bro, because I'm telling you, bro.
I don't even think that makes sense, but that's hilarious. 184 in the chat. Don't forget to like the stream, please, and let us know your thoughts about this match, because things are looking great for Nick right now.
Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to Cricket for Americans, go to Boring Reviews, subscribe to that, go to the Final Reaction, subscribe to them, and then go over to Cricket for Us 2.0, subscribe to that as well. It would be fantastic.
All that good stuff. But honestly, right now, don't you think there's 50 doctors right now in Australia? I mean, they're flying in surgeons, all right, from China and all over the world, America, the best guys to look at this groin. Because it's the most important groin in all Australia. All Australia. I'm just telling you, bro. Oh. But England, what are you going to do with the opening partnership? I called for Crowley. Yes, he had the 52 or 56, I think it was, the first innings of the last match. And then it's just been bad. Oh, is it that hard to get a good opener? For the love of Pete.
I think the issue isn't the fact that they're not good. They just can't play the spin as well as they probably could have. So the difference is there's two types. So you've got Sibley who defends, and then attacks, right? In this instance, his defense wasn't strong enough. And Crawley is the type who will attack, he'll defend, and then he'll come down the pitch and stuff. But this time around, it wasn't the right delivery to come down the track on. And that's why, wow, 20 wickets in 3 matches, 21 wickets.
Axar Patel first, and then everyone else after that.
Yes, Axar Patel, unbelievable. 20 matches and 3 wickets. This is what I'm going to say to Till. Blasphemer, because I wasn't the only one saying get rid of. Every English fan was saying, yeah, get rid of Burns. Get rid of Rory Burns sucks. And now all of a sudden, bring back Rory Burns. Come on.
I've just seen a comment saying from Darshan saying, do you reckon it's going to be a one-day test?
Oh, gosh. Oh,
That's just a one-day match. That's just an ODI. Oh, it's crazy. Wow.
Absolutely awesome.
15 for 2 and 8 overs. Holy cow.
Joe Root needs to stay there. They need Joe Root, Bairstow, and Ben Stokes to occupy the crease the longest, preferably hours, not minutes, so that they can get some sort of score, because it's just not working out for them right now, is it? And Bairstow is still on a duck of 10 deliveries. Good. See, this pitch looks great. I can't even doubt the pitch. It's probably the mixture of that pitch and the ball in the previous game, wasn't it? Right. But this time around, they've just been, if they've gotten out, it'd been good deliveries or bad shots. And now we've seen the ball bounce. Hasn't been any variable bounce. No sharp turners either.
Whoa.
So it's looking pretty good. Wow.
Look at S. Stark. At this rate, Axar Patel will have a century of wickets before Kohli gets his century in batting. Woo! Axar Patel first. Everyone else after him.
See, but why step up? And they're showing it. That was just a bad shot by Crawley. Why step up in the crease like that? For the love of Pete, man. Bairstow waiting to get his 1 run. Oh my gosh. It's
Hey, I'm going to say this. It's going to sound like I'm being rude, but I'm being serious right now. 200 in the chat. Don't forget to like it. Thank you very much. Bairstow, at least he's not going down, right? I mean, he's fighting in there. He knows he's struggling. You get 2 ducks. That doesn't look too good. I appreciate and I respect the man for sitting there, not being fooled, not doing anything stupid, and he's just waiting for the ball to come and he's playing test. I've got to say, I respect that.
All I want to say
is XR today.
Oh. all I'm going to add.
Thank you so much. Sorry, Asjad. Are you new to our channel? We appreciate that you're listening to us while you're completing your cloud assignment. Good luck on the assignment. Thanks for hooking us up. And hey, if you're in the mood to subscribe, go check out Cricket for Us 2.0. Just hit that little button right there. You will not regret it, my friend.
Thank you so much. I was just going to say, please like this video. So you just took. That's a 4. That's
Bairstow on the board.
First run in the series.
There it is. That's his first runs in the series. Let's go, Bairstow. Give me that 100. He's got it in him.
This is an interesting comment. Krishna says, Gabe and Nick, I know that average Americans don't know a lot about cricket, but I've got this info that Americans don't know that much about football, soccer, even though it's the world's most popular sport. Yes, overall, we're more obsessed with baseball, football, hockey, basketball. That is true. Than soccer, and that is a very big stereotype. There are serious pockets of the country that love themselves some football, right? But with football compared to cricket, it's night and day. There are way more soccer, football fans because you got to remember, especially in the Southwestern where we're at, and I grew up in California, so even more Southwestern from where we're at in Las Vegas here, there's a whole lot of Hispanic communities, whole lot of Mexicans that have migrated up north in the previous 100 years or so. when I went to school, I mean, it was a very Hispanic population in there. And not that all Hispanics love soccer. I'm not trying to say that stereotype, but quite a few. And then that, those friendships, those Mexican Americans growing up, it's infused it more. So soccer is way bigger than cricket. But as far as the rest of the world, you're right. America doesn't care as much about football as the rest of the world. Hopefully that made sense.
Well, I think that especially since the women's team, has been so good and, won a World Cup. Once the men's team wins a World Cup, you're going to get a lot more support. Here's the thing, too, though. You got to understand, America is we are the world. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by saying that is, listen, somebody was saying the other day, IPL or T20 cricket is coming to America. There's going to be all Indian players. There's a lot of Indians that are living here in America. There's a lot of Indians that are second-generation Americans. We have, I don't care where you're from, whether you're English, Australian, Indian, Chinese, there is a community here in America, and we have so many people. It's such a melting pot of different cultures that there is no such thing as one culture in America. So maybe that's part of it too, because we got a big football contingent. Of course, American sports like American football and baseball and the NBA, but we're a very diverse culture. And I'm telling you, it's definitely who was the first? Is it Amir? Oh, not Amir Khan. Is it Ali Khan? He was the first American-born player to play in the IPL, right? And he's obviously he's got, is he Indian? Yeah, he's got Indian descent or whatnot, but he's grew up here in America, so he is a American as well. So we have a lot of that culture already here in America.
Yeah, I just want to add to that. I think America, and to an extent, there's a super chat I'll talk about afterwards.
Super chat here from Jihan. Thank you, Dr. Jihan. We appreciate that. On these pitches with low skiddy bounce, why don't the England batsmen use their feet instead of sweeping all the time? Thoughts? You're not the only one to bring this point up to us about the footwork. Right. A lot of people, and I think it was for both sides, really, for the last match, but a lot of people were saying, hey, especially the Indian players of yesteryear, they would be able to use their feet a whole lot better than what they're doing here. So we haven't had a chance to see if India's footwork's improved since we just started this first innings. But Asjad, how do you think about Jihan's comment here? Because I think he's right on track.
I think he's right. But the thing is, as we saw, Crawley came down the track on a delivery he shouldn't have, right? So you have to pick and choose. You have to pick and choose when to come down the track. We saw a lot of sweep shots that were on deliveries that they shouldn't be sweeping on. So it's judging the delivery that's coming at you and then choosing which shot to play. But on these pitches, using your feet is a lot better than going back on going to the back foot or trying to sweep. Sweeping works if the ball, in this instance, if the ball is turning and stuff, you're trying to negate that spin. It kind of does help. However, in this instance, we saw when Zach Crawley was batting, when the ball was flighted, and they're showing it on screen right now, and it was a little shorter. Crawley did not pick the length. He thought it was still going to be in the same place, but the ball dipped, and it was too short, and he kind of played away from himself.
Great catch by Siraj, too.
Yeah, exactly. So all I think is, Dr. Jihan is right, but it's the ball depends on it as well. So what type of delivery is coming at you? But yeah, definitely they need to use their feet a lot more than they have so far.
That's a great explanation. And again, you're able to diagnose those things. And as they're showing right here, in the replay, you saw that the ball skidded and stayed low on the one shot, and on the other one, it was short. So it's being able to read those deliveries, and that's just a difficult thing to do. These guys have a tough time reading spin, man. But thank you for the super chat, Jihan. That was hopefully that explanation by Asjad helped.
I hope I explained well enough. All I was going to add with regards to what you said, Gabe, that there's a very diverse culture in the UK as well. And it's the same thing. There's people from all around the world. So you have little pockets, not hot pockets, but you have little pockets of communities all around the country. And it's like, okay, this place you have a lot of, let's say, Indians, Pakistanis, etc. Here you have Europeans, etc. So it does work quite well. Hello, Jody. How are you?
Yes, let's all give a little salute to the boss over there.
Jody P,
You know,
what's up,
making
man?
sure everything's taken care of so I can goof around with my friends here and watch some cricket. Appreciate that, Jody.
But Gabe, aren't we all Sri Lankans? We all are Sri Lankans.
Indeed. I was gonna say, you say the boss. My dad called my mom the home office.
Yes.
If he wants to go anywhere.
That is hilarious.
That's
I love
awesome.
it.
Oh, Gabe. We got some hate here. I love it. Just on my way to school. Just want to see Gabe cry for his team a bit.
Easy there, Wizard. The kid right here is 2-0 right now, okay? 2-0, and I'm feeling mighty good about those 2 victories. Australia
Should.
smacked New Zealand yesterday, and I just got to see history, man. You know, you got 6 sixes by the big man Pollard, and actually I got to see a hat trick in the same match. I mean, how often does that happen? Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Unbelievable. I'm super jealous. Super jealous. Super chat here from the man Arjit, the original. Most of the English batsmen have slow feet movement considering how quick the ball is spinning. Also, Bairstow has a horrible batting average for number 3. What is he doing at number 3? Was that the original plan? Was Root trying to be, trying to go for, and I don't blame him for trying to go unorthodox every once in a while and hope for the best. What was he thinking there? 3?
Bro, just the fact that they feel that Bairstow can't score, I guess. I don't know, man.
I've just seen a comment with my name on it. Harris is asking opinions on Numan Ali. I don't know if you remember, Numan Ali is the left arm off spinner, played against South Africa. I thought it was pretty good. Good technique. He's been bowling for ages and ages, and he finally got a shot. So I was very glad about that. And on this comment with regards to what Arjit said, first of all, thank you for the super chat, Arjit. Please like this video and all the CFA videos if you haven't done so already. I'm sure you probably have, but go ahead and keep doing it. But yeah, with regards to Bairstow, I think the plan was to put Bairstow at 3. But if Zach Crawley, if Rory Burns was doing well, Crawley would be 3 and Burns would be the other opener with Sibley, because that's what they went with when they were playing in England. Bairstow wasn't in the squad, but we saw Bairstow do okay in Sri Lanka, and he plays spin well. That's the reason why they've gone with Bairstow at 3, but he's not had the best time of it at all.
Renil, I cannot rant after Pollard gave me that magical inning. Okay, that magical, I call it the immaculate over. Okay, 36 runs. Oh, so sexy, so sexy.
This one is interesting to me. I'm not sure what Root was doing. He was stretching that bat way out, way far away from the wickets, farther than he needed to, and he almost got himself an edge. I don't know what that was. And it wasn't really like it was swinging too much because it was outside. I mean, it wasn't wide, but it was outside. That was very interesting.
There's 190 people in the chat. Please, everyone, like this video, share this video with your friends, family, and then subscribe to CFA if you haven't done so already. I think what Root was trying to do, he wasn't sure if that was a delivery he can, smash over point, or if he was going to leave it or not. So he was in 2 minds at that time. I think that's exactly what happened. But yeah, weird, very strange.
Biggs has an interesting comment right there. He said, I was away from the phone when you guys were talking about migration, but you're right. The makeup of the U.S. team is about 40% Indian, 40% Pakistani, 10% West Indies, and 10% South African. Yeah.
The makeup of England's team is very much a mixture as well. You got Ben Stokes, you have Moeen Ali a lot of the time. You've got Jason Roy, you got the Currans as well. So yeah, crazy mixture, but that's great. That's good. That diversity, as you guys were talking about. There's a super chat somewhere I've just seen.
Yeah, we got RJ hooking us up again. Michael Faraday says mental illness. What Root was trying to do is called mental illness, Nick. That's pretty funny. RJ, thanks again. After Root, folks, plays spin best, promote him. I need someone to explain Dan Lawrence to me. I'm really not trying to attack the guy. I mean, all of my England friends here, they're never going to accept me back to the Barmy Army because I'm a fan of England cricket. But I've got to understand. There you go. There's a nice little bow. Did he even get bat on that? I'm assuming he did. I got to understand what I don't know. Like Dan Lawrence, I'm missing something. What am I missing about him? Is he good at playing spin?
The thing is, he is a very talented young player. He has a bit of experience in these conditions. He's played in Sri Lanka where he had one good 60 odd, right? And on top of that, England don't have any other batsmen that they feel comfortable putting into this team. They don't want to play Rory Burns or anyone like that. They wanted an extra batsman, and the only option as of this moment they have is Dan Lawrence, which is the reason why he's playing.
Who was the opener they played when they were in England playing against West Indies and Pakistan?
Rory Burns. It was Burns.
Burns?
Yeah, Burns.
Because he was definitely serviceable. Maybe that's because he was in England, but he was definitely more than serviceable there.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
No, didn't go into hiding, Harris. I don't know if you guys heard in the background, but I heard her scream and cry, which means one of my kids got hurt because, again, kids are savages, and the wife's not here, so I had to go see what happened. And one was laying on the ground, and the other one just decided to jump over him. Well, he didn't make the jump. He didn't stick the landing. Jeez, these kids, you know.
Hey, whenever you got to, no worries, my friend. I will be right back myself.
I got to tell you, kids, England openers, they're so bad they wouldn't open a can of beans. Oh, it's rough right now. It really is. And here's the thing: if I'm Australia, right, I know part of the issue is David Warner's hurt, right? Pucovski got the shoulder injury. I heard he had surgery for it, man. So he's going to be out for a while. But eventually he'll be back. So we know we've got our openers. It's just Finch finally, you know what I mean? For England, I mean, what other openers do they have? If you're an England fan, let me know. What other choices does England have outside of Rory Burns, Zach Crawley? I mean, it's Sibley. It's bad, man. It is so rough.
I think if they don't find another opener, they need to find a number 3. They just need one of the openers or a number 3 in some sort of way. And maybe if Ollie Pope does well, maybe Ollie Pope moves up in the order. I don't see that happening. I think Ollie Pope at 5 or 6 is probably best. But when you have Joss Butler, right, then you've got, if you're playing in England, you've got Wokes, you've got Butler at 7 and 8, right? You can have Ollie Pope at 6 or Dan Lawrence at 6. I don't know how they're going to play it. And then you have Ollie Pope at the top of the order. So they've got a couple of things they need to think about. However, the way I see it now, after having a couple of discussions with people, is that England won a match in India, right? The first match they won. So it's not all doom and gloom, isn't it? It's still the fact that they just can't play spin. They can't play India in India, and at least they won a match, right? They're 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to lose this match, at least based on what we can see, right? They're going to lose this match, but even if they don't, it's a really good way for England to move forward to say, okay, these were the good points. Yes, these were the bads. Let's look at that later. But these are the good points from the series. We saw that Joe Root batted well. We saw spinners coming into fruition. We saw James Anderson in that first match bowling brilliant reverse swing deliveries, right? We got the India. We beat India in one of the matches, which is something that you don't see very often. Yes, you see India lose the first match nowadays, but defeating India, even a match, is a huge feat at home.
Right. And I guess you can look at it that way. Absolutely. I think I've always said I thought India was England was one of the top 3 sides in the world outside of Australia and India, of course, right? Especially in tests. But obviously we saw them play a lot at home. It's different when they're away, when they're on the road. But I think that even when they were at home and they played well, they still had that opener issue, right? Because the middle of the order is solid with Stokes, of course, and Joe Root. When Joe Root's doing Joe Root things, like you mentioned, Chris Wokes earlier. It's that opening position that 1-2-3, which is kind of shaky, especially the 1-2. But yeah, we'll see. Now, Butler, let me ask you a question. Is Butler just out of the test side, guys, or is it that he's just doing ODI right now? Because I don't think he's hurt, right?
No, I don't think he's hurt. I think he's just gone. He went back for paternity or something like that, for personal reasons. So he should be back for the ODI and T20s, from what I understand. He's a huge asset to them for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Because if you put Butler in the side, you know what I mean? That lengthens that lineup, and you can actually push everybody up. I mean, Butler's not an opener either, but you could put Butler, let's say, at 5, push those other guys, Stokes and Root. Maybe put in Root at 2. Ben Folks up at 2 or 3. Something. You got to get something done.
I think Joe Root doesn't want to bat anything apart from 4, and he's the captain, and he's not going to go 3 anymore. I think that's the way it is. I don't know who'll come in 3. That's where Bairstow, Lawrence, Pope, even Crawley to an extent is difficult to kind of who should England's number 3 be moving forward, and that is a huge question on the back of that. And then we look at at the bottom of the order. I actually want Ben Folks to play a lot more, because I think he's a fantastic wicketkeeper. He's a fantastic wicketkeeper for sure. Wow.
AJ, you're out of control. England ringing up Campbell's cell phone after these performances by their openers. I mean, yeah, Campbell's been better than this, man. You know what I mean? Like, whoo. Oh man. Oh, that's hilarious. Don't play Root out of position. Keep him at 4. Okay. Got you 22 too. I'm just thinking always from a coaching perspective, right? An analytical mind. Listen, even though the West Indies won, I look at what happened with that hat trick wicket. And here's the thing, right? If you've got a left wrist spinner or finger spinner, you got 2 left-handers back to back, you're susceptible that once one falls, the other one's got to come right ahead at strike, hasn't seen one ball yet, one delivery, and they're susceptible to being dismissed like you saw today. Perron went right after Chris Gale, right? Universe boss. Yeah. And they outside edge, like he hadn't gotten a chance to get acclimated and even be able to read any bounces. So, but I always try to say, okay, what could you have done better? What could you change?
Yeah. Oh! Wow! Siraj has got him.
Wow.
Joe Root is gone. He is gone. No way. No way. That looks plumb. That looks so plumb. And I just realized it's 5 a.m. and my dad is probably asleep. And everyone in the house.
Did I come on at the right time? Do we got a Joe Root wicket?
And it's Siraj, bro. So again,
Lord Siraj.
He stole the nick. He said,
you know what Siraj says, right? He tells Root, Sarah, whatever may be.
Bro, look how much that ball.
Siraj, Joe Root.
That just came in. That just came in and just hit him on the pads. What a ball.
Look how much that ball just swung in, man, and hit him in the pads. This pitch is crazy.
What's better than a Lord Siraj celebration? Look at Kohli off Joe Root. Guess what? He didn't hit the root line this time. That's 3 innings in a row. Didn't hit that root line. He was 1/4 of the root line. Kohli's like, give me some of that. And Lord Siraj, all the RCB haters out there, yeah, that's right. He plays for RCB. Where you at, huh? Where are those haters at? Maxwell got 70. This guy got Joe Root out. Come at me.
I mean, I can't even blame Joe Root on that. How did that ball turn so much, bro? How did it swing that much? Are you kidding me?
Red ball. That's what I'm thinking. Red ball. And because of the nature of this pitch, yes, it's not a lot to do with the pitch. It's also to do with the skills of the bowler. He's swinging the ball in to the batsman. You saw him go a little wider as well when he was pushing it. So, yeah, definitely a brilliant delivery, and Joe Root actually fell for it. I thought that ball just didn't bounce as much as he thought as well. Yes, it seamed in and swung in. I thought that stayed just a little low, but I could be wrong. But I think it just stayed just a little low. And then that C movement in was a bit sharpish, but yeah, that was a beautiful delivery. Joe Root gone. Wow. Hashtag bring back Burns. Wow. Wow.
Let me tell you this. Bairstow's out there, right? After Joe Root's Hot Pocket performance. Bairstow's out there, right? And Ben Stokes comes in and he's like, hey, let me give you some advice because I know how to last longer than our captain did.
Dude, these aren't quite Hot Pocket performances, but I will say we've been on an hour and we've seen 3 wickets. So that's about what, 20 minutes? That's a microwave pizza, you know, one of those microwavable lasagnas or whatever. You know what I mean? Sarah Lee, just pop it in there.
I got my 3 before the session, right? Plenty of time for that 4th greedy one. And yeah, Asjad, oh no, let me be right, not him. Everybody, thank you so much for joining Cricket for Americans and Cricket Forest 2.0. Please like and subscribe if you have not done so. You know, I've been checking out the analytics, and you'll hear me say this on a few videos recently. And they tell me not enough subscriptions for the people watching it. Subscribe, please. Send us some love.
Oh, Lord Siraj, what a ball. That edge just came up short. Look at this.
Goodness.
You know, the edge just fell short, but man, it's like they can't read the seam, how much is coming in. That's crazy.
It was a lot. That delivery moved in. Like, if they'd showed, you know, where the ball should have gone, it probably would have hit exactly where Joe Root's bat was if it didn't seam in that much. Like, that's significant seaming in. Like, definitely. 100%.
Yes, I can see that, but at the same time, I still think his bat placement was a little too outside. Just a little too outside. It was almost like it surprised him so much that his bat went a little diagonal as he was trying to defend.
Ooh. Yeah, it did. You're right.
I gotta ask. I mean, honestly, this is just, wow. Lord Siraj, is he gone? I know everybody. Listen, Muhammad Shami, I get it. He's a savage, all right. Boomer he's untouchable. I know you got it. Lord Siraj has been good, bro. He gave them life in Australia.
I love that you said that. You are so right. And listen, we understand the kind of bowling. Gabe, what do you always say, right? The embarrassment of riches, right? The kind of embarrassment of riches that India has as far as their pace and as they have for their spinners. But Lord Siraj, he is making the statement where he says, I'm not just a guy you think about when everyone else is injured and he's someone who's decent that can play. I'm a guy you got to be seriously considering. And yes, it's against nature to choose him over Shami or Bumrah or Ishant Sharma. But he's making a statement. He's saying, I'm not just, you know, a guy that's cool to have around that makes you feel better. I get some wickets against Joe Root and against some other guys. I love that you said that, Gabe.
Bro, it's tough because now in my head, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I might drop Ishant Sharma and keep in Lord Siraj. I mean, I'm sorry. He's been that good. Go back to the Australian series and listen, when Muhammad Shami went out with his broken arm, they brought in Lord Siraj and my man got wickets out there. He's been good. I mean, they're both toast once Jadeja gets back. Somebody's toast once Jadeja gets back. Just say it.
Thing is, India are so well equipped on their bench, right? They could genuinely do what, and this, I don't know if you know about this, but in 2019, when the Ashes happened in England, Australia, I think Stark only played 1 match in the Ashes because they had the rotational policy of the 4 seamers that they just swap, chop and change, right?
Right.
So that's something India could do now. They'll have 4 or 5 at least. There's a fight going on. Is there a fight? Or some sort of discussion between Stokes and Kohli? That looks interesting. I can't hear anything.
You don't want to mess with Kohli. Are you kidding me? He's saying, hey, Ben Stokes, everyone loves you. You're the world's darling right now. Everyone loves you. And that was a nice little play with your bat in the World Cup final. But let me tell you something.
Wow.
When I captain matches, I get wins, okay? Even though those idiots at CFA say I can't, I get wins. We know that. What was the last match you captained? Oh, yeah, you got a loss, all right? So why don't you calm down with your bad self, get back at the crease, because I don't think you're going to last 25 balls. Woo!
Wow.
That's how that conversation went. But what Gabe said about Ishant Sharma, that is like cricket stupidity. But I got to agree with him. That's a CFA Nation statement right there. We're not that smart. We see what we see. We don't know about what happened 2 years ago.
Not even
He
a little
had the
bit.
balls to say it, for crying out loud. I completely agree. It's Ishant Sharma. And I'm going to lose. Gabe, someone pay attention to the dislikes right now. Here comes like 6 right now, okay? It's Ishant Sharma. You're on notice, pal. You better get some serious wickets because Lord Sanaj is coming after your spot. That's a CFA statement. It's completely stupid, but that's how we go.
213 in the chat. Please like this video and subscribe to CFA.
I wonder what they were jabbing about, man. Too bad the mics isn't on, man. You know, I'd love to hear it.
They have the mics off. Someone turned it off. You know they did.
Oh, Virat Kohli versus Payne. That was one of the classics right there, man. Tim Payne was like, man, you're the greatest in the world. It's a pleasure just to be out here with you. Yeah, I was laughing.
We got 141 likes, guys. Come on. We got more than 141 people in here. Unless you hate me, let's go ahead and get some likes. Click that button. It helps our channel. If you love CFA, if you love cricket, let's expand this. I got to update the score. I can't keep track with all the wickets, Gabe. We got to hire somebody to keep track of the score here.
He said we got to hire.
Asjad's like, please.
Stokes. Where is it?
I just want to add another thing. So I read a comment. Someone mentioned India's got Bhuvaneshwar Kumar in the back. They have Shami, Bumrah, and maybe Saini, maybe Shardul Thakur. Like their bench is so strong. They can genuinely have every match they play a different fast bowler because that's what they can do. But they can't. Their best 11 still has to include Ishant Sharma and Mohammad Shami and probably Jasprit Bumrah. It has to include those 3. Umesh Yadav is a very strong candidate to fit in there somewhere as well. Right. But I can't make that decision. I'm glad I don't have to make that decision.
Would you, if you're India, think about how long Test is, not to mention the fact that you also got T20 ODIs. It's a long season. Would you employ a rotation policy so that you can get in a guy like Siraj, rotate him with Ishant Sharma, so that you can get in a Jadeja, rotate him with an Axar Patel? Because you don't want to banish these guys when these other guys get back. They've been so good, you know what I mean? So
they don't play as much. They haven't played. India aren't playing as many Test matches as England. So for me, I think India plays their best side all the time. That's the way I see it. However,
first of all, me hate India. Are you crazy? Formless avatar. No offense, but you gotta be kidding me right now. Love myself some India. They have too many great players to choose from. It's a tough situation. Come on. And then AJ, my friend AJ. Whoa, what are you coming at me, Nick? Why do you hate Joe Root so much? I never see you talk about Ben Stokes. You got to watch the earlier streams, my friend. We were going crazy over Ben Stokes. That was just a little tongue-in-cheek joke. Most of what I say is tongue-in-cheek. But what are you talking about? I love Ben Stokes. But they're playing against India. I need India to get to the WTC. Come on, give me a break here.
I'll tell you what his Joe Root hate goes for. It goes
I don't have hate for Joe Root. I just like to mess around.
When my West Indies went to England and just held court out there, cousin. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
I just mess around, guys. You know that. Come on.
Formless Avatar says, not you, Nick. Was talking to someone else.
Oh, I was going to say.
Oh, that's a nice.
Hate India. No way, brother.
Ooh.
Oh.
No ball.
No, Stokes is a monster. Stokes is an absolute beast. I will say this, though. I will say ever since he went out for whatever happened with his, like the family issues, right? Or his dad's health or whatever it was, even IPL and international, I have not seen the same Ben Stokes, right? Isn't that fair? I have not seen the same. He was popping like with an 80 in this series in one of the innings, but I have not seen the same Ben Stokes. But he's an animal. Agreed. What he did at Headingley and whatnot, I mean, give me a break. This guy's an absolute beast. We got a super chat here from Dr. Jihan. Kohli has to be careful riling Stokes up. I agree with that. He might fracture his eye socket. I don't know. Kohli can take care of himself, right? But you just don't want to rile him. You don't want bulletin board material to get Stokes all fired up and then go off for a century, for crying out loud.
Yeah, there goes dropped. There goes a boundary by Stokes. But you're right. Since he came back from first, he had the toe injury, right? That actually happened in the West Indies series. I think it was the last match of that Test series. and then he went off with his dad. Did his dad pass away? Was it or something like that? I forget what it was, but he missed time because of that, and he hasn't been the same.
No issues there, AJ. You know nothing but love. I just gotta say, I don't hate Ben Stokes at all. Joe Root, that's just a long time inside joke with CFA Nation. I was the idiot to say he was a joker and he wasn't good enough because he was driving me crazy with some of the first matches I saw. I see what this guy can do.
Ooh.
There's a comment asking all of us how we're doing. We are doing well, Marthas. I think that's Nitin. That this person is an ex-Indian under-19, under-16 cricketer, by the way. If I'm not wrong, because he was on my stream and he helped me out get some potential Indian domestic players onto my channel potentially.
Nanad,
so awesome.
You're holding out on me, my friend. His government name is Nanad. Come on, man, hook us up.
He said the government name.
I haven't earned the contacts yet. I'm just messing around, man.
You'll get it, Nick. You'll get it now. But that's he's an absolute champ. Absolute champ.
Greenwich Lewis, that's what I'm saying. The effort Siraj is putting in, wow. Go back to that Australian series, man. He dug him out of the hole. Muhammad Shami, broken arm. They brought in Siraj and he got the wickets. The guy's been good, man. And it's tough, but somebody's going to get dropped. You know what I mean? Because Muhammad Shami will be back soon. Boomer is going to be back. It's tough, man. Bro, when does your school start? My school? Oh, it's nighttime for us. It's 9:20 p.m.
Oh, another boundary.
Another boundary. Right. Okay. So
and what's happened after Coley got him riled up? Here we go.
Battle.
Smashed that. Absolutely battered him. Oh, there's some sort of discussion going on between Stokes and Siraj. Oh man.
Stokes is just fired up.
Don't get him any more riled up.
He's fired up, man. I mean,
don't
you know what?
Him up.
You gotta have that fire in you. You know what I'm saying? You can't let it slide, bro.
Listen, what is India upset about right now? They got 3 early wickets in the first session. Why are they getting inside his head right now? I mean, look at his cricket bat. His battle tested with all that red ball spots there. Don't get these guys woken up.
Yeah, it's getting heated out there. This is probably the most animated I've seen in a test match in a while, where guys are actually fired up.
This is a great comment from Asjad right here. Lord Siraj surprised everybody with his performance in Australia. And since I think the unfortunate passing of his father really charged him up emotionally. And yeah, that happened while he was in the quarantine, right? In like December or whatnot. Yeah. I mean, it was very, very unfortunate. You watch videos on Lord Siraj, you know that he has nothing but respect for his dad and is so appreciative of what his dad did and his mom's done for him. So I think you're absolutely right. He took that pain, he took that tragedy, and he used it as my dad. I'm assuming my dad wants me to do the best that I can. My dad wants to know that I am taken care of, and I love that. That's awesome.
Siraj is an emotional guy, so is Kohli. You know what? That's see, I love the fired up guys. I love the fired up guys. You know what I mean? That's just me.
Great fielding by Siraj as well, right there. Good fielding. Ooh, diving from what is it? Backward square leg. I don't know.
The guy never sleeps.
So 15 overs. Is it fair to say that this pitch is a lot more balanced than the third pitch? Because that can't be an excuse, especially when you see how Siraj got himself a wicket on. Obviously, he's a seamer. He's a pace bowler. And who got the other wicket? It was on a straight ball. Axar, right?
Yeah. So,
I think that the pitch is pretty fair.
You see that comparison between Bairstow and Bairstow's today. He's close to the pad. That's exactly what I was saying. That's the mistake Sibley made. His bat wasn't with his pad. And if you look at any of the English gurus or pundits who like Kevin Peterson, Michael Vaughan, etc., right? Michael Atherton, they were talking about when you play spin in the subcontinent, you need bat and pad together. because otherwise you have that gap and it goes through there, and that's very, very dangerous. And I agree. Fortunately, he has a lot of connections domestically, so hopefully, Nick, you guys can get some contacts and get some Ranji players on.
Come on.
It's crazy.
I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you.
That's gonna happen.
I mean, that's his first runs in a few balls, but every ball he's just seeing so well off the pitch. Bairstow's getting comfortable, and for all the times that we've laughed at him from his last match, you got to give the man respect when he's doing well. And his team lost 3 quick wickets. Captain went down, for crying out loud. He looks so comfortable right now.
This is the partnership. If England's gonna make a game out of this is the partnership right here. You need Bairstow to fire off with Stokes, because if you lose these two guys, you at best you're looking at maybe $190, $80. You gotta survive. Both guys are on 14 right now, and Bairstow, I think what's most impressive, it's on 36 deliveries. So he's taking his time. It's not just go out there and crush. He's playing test. You know what I mean? He's playing test.
Ashwin still hasn't bowled. Neither has Washington Sundar. So it's really good to see how these guys have played everyone so far. It's very interesting. I just saw a comment, Lax Praveen asking me about Asjad, what is your opinion on Dale Steyn? Amazing talent, amazing bowler, but as you know, the last couple of years, since he retired and everything, I don't think he's still that good. Dude is 38 and still playing and looks all right while bowling as well. So he's not in the best condition. He's not as quick as he used to be, but he's still very experienced. So in my case, I think he's a very, very good bowler, but just at the bottom of his prime at the moment.
Definitely. 14 apiece here, 14 apiece. And if I'm not mistaken, when Stokes came in, Bairstow had only scored a few runs, right? He was maybe
I think he was on 4, wasn't he? I think
4
he was
runs.
On 4 Yeah.
So they're establishing a pretty good partnership. First thing they got to get is to a 50 partnership. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
50 partnership. Period.
Right. I'm telling you, Siraj has actually told Virat Kohli that no, I want to bowl. I definitely looks like it. He's like, no, I want to bowl. I want to bowl at Stokes. I want to get him out. That's exactly what he's thinking. It definitely looks like it.
I'm surprised they're going back to Siraj and not bringing in Ashwin. You're in the 16th over already, and Ashwin is Ben Stokes' nemesis. So that's just interesting.
I think they probably would have, but Siraj is like, give me 1 over. Let me see what I can do.
Gotcha.
Right? And Ben Stokes, I think that's the type of thing that's happening right now. It's great to see this type of rivalry, right? The rivalry in within the game, a battle within a battle, or as Harsha Bhogle would say, little skirmishes within the battle, right? All of these is just amazing. It's amazing to watch. Wow.
Man, that cricket ground is looking massive.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We are in the 17th over here. The score is 49 for 3. What do you think about the scoring at this point in the match, Asjad? Do you think that they're scoring at a decent rate? They've lost the 3 wickets, right? They're scoring at a decent rate here. Are they scoring almost on that side of maybe a little fast rate or just kind of average?
I think it's about average. It's around 3 per over, which is good. Considering they've lost 3 wickets. Both of these guys have looked a lot better than the other 3 who have gotten out. So England need them to stay in there at least till lunch, right? And then at least till tea. Yeah. Okay, so they need to play session by session. Their aim should be probably 70 runs in the session, maximum 80 in the session, and just go with that. That should be the way that they're looking at it. But as soon as Ashwin comes to bowl, that's where Ben Stokes has to just slightly adjust his technique maybe. Because he is susceptible to the Ashwin in every sort of way.
So I just looking for the platform. All right.
What do you guys think?
Oof.
Do you think so from an England perspective, what would be a good score at the end of the session? Anything with no more wickets? Would you say that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't lose any wickets.
Can't lose another wicket.
You can't lose any more wickets. I don't care if you get any more runs. If I'm on England's side, I can't lose any more wickets. What we got about 30 minutes left or so in this session.
Right.
So maybe 3, 4, 5 overs tops. If they can, I would say if they can get to 65, 70 with no more wickets, I would take that. But they're already
50.
up a creek without a paddle right here. They're in a tough spot. But don't underestimate Bairstow where he's looking, Stokes on how he's looking right there. And the worst thing that could happen right now is you wait too long to get Ashwin in there to where Stokes is looking pretty comfortable because he's seen some spin from Axar. He's seen some pace from the other bowlers. Don't let him get comfortable and then bring Ashwin, his nemesis, in there and have him say, okay, I'm going to at least block. I'm not going to get out. But, I mean, England, I could see them with this partnership get another 60, 70, or 80 before one of them goes down. You just can't let that happen. Keep the pressure on.
And honestly, to me, that Stokes is going to do what Stokes does, okay? It's really important that Bairstow finds his form. You know what I mean? And I mean, those last 2 ducks was just brutal, but he's here. And if he can maintain a partnership with Stokes, then England has a chance.
No, I'm definitely not supporting. I mean, I always support England. I love England's cricket. I think they have amazing cricketers. But I'm supporting India specifically here. The question was asked, what does England have to do? Listen, I don't want to see England die down and these players just have horrible performances. I joke around about it because that's just what we do here on CFA. But I got nothing for love for that side. But India is 1 win away from the WTC, and I keep saying that. I keep giving that mantra. Actually,
do you know what? India just needs to not lose, and they're fine.
Yep.
And Australians would be finally behind England saying, no, we want to get through. Let England win. Let England win because there's no other way they can go through. They've made a slight judgment and error, according to some people, with regards to not playing that series against South Africa. Because
if they played that series and won in South Africa, then they would have put more pressure to the point where India had to go win 3-1 or even 4-0 in order to get through.
So is that what the numbers would have said, that if they would have swept in South Africa, then India would have had to win it 3-1? Is that what the math is?
Yeah, minimum.
What about the chances? I saw a comment. I'm not sure if there's any truth to the rumor, but there was a rumor in one of the comments that said that the ICC is looking at penalizing Australia for backing out of South Africa at the last minute. Do you think they're going to go through with that?
I think they should. I genuinely think they should. But this is the thing. I don't think they will. I think they should, but I don't think they will. And the reason is that they had an agreement. They initially had an agreement that, yes, we were going to play a series. They were all ready to play a series. Sri Lanka just played a series. But if you look at it in hindsight, there was a new trade in South Africa, wasn't there? In like a couple of weeks after they said no. I would penalize them, but not by any monetary value. Probably just World Test Championship points, because it doesn't really.
That's what I'm saying. So imagine if India loses this match, which I don't think they will. Imagine if they did, and then they dock them WTC points, and India still goes to WTC.
Yeah, I
mean, hey, you guys posted a teaser reaction. Yeah, I had that ready to go. I just hit it live while we were talking here. So
I almost rather, honestly, them dock Australia money. Like, hey, pay rather that than points. You know what I mean? Go ahead, whatever. We'll help cover the cost, whatever, of the amount of, because of course that was part of the deal, right? South Africa had everything ready. They spent money, resources to get this stadium ready, pitch, hotel, all that stuff being booked up. All right, we'll cover some of the costs. To me, the financial burden is not the big deal. The points are, because if you lose points, then you got no shot. This game doesn't even mean anything. You know what I mean?
Beautiful cut shot by Bairstow, right? These guys are not looking completely set, but they're looking okay. They're looking a lot better than they did before. And that tells you the pitch is playing a lot fairer. I don't see anyone complaining about the pitch now, and I don't think they can, especially if England lose wickets because of bad batting. Right now, they batted really well. That ball just kind of set up there, so Bairstow could just smash it through point. It's looking good from an England perspective. It's looking good so far, apart from the 3 wickets, like the way they're batting. From India's point of view, I think they should just bring in Ashwin now. They should stop stalling. I know they're going to look at Ishant for some reason, but they need to bring in Ashwin, as it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Guys in the chat, do us a favor. It's getting a little heated right now. That's not what CFA is about. I'm going to have to start blocking some people and whatnot if it doesn't stop. Just go ahead and let's just I'm very guilty of getting heated in the comment section, okay? So I'm not going to try to say I'm not, but let's just go ahead and move on. All right, agree or disagree so that we can leave the comment section just for cricket and just for comments about what's happened in the match. I would appreciate that. Sup, the super chat here. The new strain was discovered long before the Graham Smith made all the arrangements with the government to have the tour. No respect. And if anyone doesn't know, Sup is South African, I'm pretty sure, because of the ZAR right there. So you got to understand the frustration there. I'm not going to get too involved in there because there's a lot of hurt feelings. But this is what I'm going to say about the docking of WTC points. Can you imagine? Okay, hypothetical world. Yeah. India loses this match. 2 days later, they dock Australia points. The optics of that would be
that's a bad look.
Disastrous, right?
That's a bad look.
Yeah, I said they're going to bring in Ishant, but I want them to bring in Ashwin. And everyone's like, Ishant is bowling. Ishant. I was like, no. I saw them picking Ishant. It said Ishant replacing Siraj. I said I thought they should bring in Ashwin. The ball hasn't turned, but Ashwin will still be dangerous on this pitch. We've seen it does have a true bounce in it, so maybe he can come and kind of surprise. I know I didn't see the ball turn. No, I didn't. But I think Ashwin needs to bowl. Ashwin needs to get in there. And then, who knows? Two of the wickets have gone to Akshar Patel, right? Who's a spinner. It hasn't spun, but he's taken wickets. So Ashwin is a pretty decent shout. But the ball is still swinging a little, isn't it? And seaming.
Yeah, the ball's definitely swinging and seaming. The pitch hasn't turned a lot. Here's my question. How could this is the same grounds. How could they prepare such drastically different pitches?
Yes, that's a great question. What do you think, Asjad? I was thinking the same thing.
It's the same dirt for the love of Pete. You know what I mean? They're literally right next to each other. All those pitches are right there, just side by spot. How do you do that? I don't understand.
Water, preparation, if I knew this, I read a comment, I can't remember who it was. Someone commented on one of my videos to say, if they release publicly, I think it was 2 for 22 or Andrew Cook, someone like that. If they release publicly how the pitches are prepared before every match and after every match, it would really help because then you know exactly what the pitch is supposed to do. Right now, I have no idea what they've done, but this pitch does not, it looks like a completely different ground. I know the ground doesn't matter as much as the actual pitch, but it's a completely different way they've gone about creating this pitch. Do you think the issue was the ball and the pitch dynamic, not just the pitch?
I think the pink ball, because again, a lot of players just don't see it that often. And we went through the numbers. England was 1-2 in pink ball matches before that loss. Now they're 1-3. India was only 1-1. Now they're 2-1. So it's not like they had a lot of success with it. So I think that it's the pink ball as well.
Do you think that they were put a little pressure on them from ICC saying you got to do something different, you got to use different dirt or whatever and prepare it differently? Kind of like a hush-hush thing, like, hey, we don't want to make it global, but come on. Someone said I got to update the wickets. I'm confused by that. There's 3 wickets lost, and I have 3 on the scoreboard there.
I think they mean the score because it's 60 for 3, maybe.
Yeah, but it said specifically just the wickets, so I was confused by that. I'll update the score after these next 2 balls. Bairstow still looking good. They're at 60 for 3. And
Bairstow.
Bairstow is not Bairstow anymore, is he?
He's not Bairstow. This is what Bairstow would do, though, because he did the same thing in the IPL, where he would have a monstrous century and then give you 2 ducks. And then you add him on your team, too. That's the worst, too, when you're, prepared for it. You put him on your team. He's horrible for 2 games. Drop him. There goes a 50. There goes a century. Gosh, I refuse to spend any of my spots on Bairstow this year. If anyone sees me with a Bairstow in my lineup,
you're going to change your mind in 10 days. You're going to be called, where's Bairstow? Where's Bairstow? We need Bairstow. Look at AJ. Hilarious. No way BCCI listens to ICC.
Gabe, I'm telling you, as soon as Sunrisers Hyderabad start playing, right, Bairstow's going to get 100 with David Warner or something like that. It's hilarious. Warner is not injured for most of the IPL, right? And then he plays that series, gets injured, and now he's ready for the IPL again to go and hit it big. So it'll be interesting to see, in the IPL if he actually bats well, because today Bairstow's looked all right. I know different formats and all that stuff, but Bairstow's looked pretty good so far. And people in the chat will probably say it's not going to be the same ground, it's not going to be the same pitch, but at least this gives him a bit of confidence of runs, doesn't it?
Right.
Because those couple of ducks did not bring him anything.
Bairstow and Jason Roy in test. What do you think?
Jason Roy, if I remember correct, Jason Roy is the other opener, Nick, by the way. I think you one of you asked earlier who was the other opener. I think it was Rory Burns, Jason Roy, and Sibley were the openers. Roy hasn't been the best. Why not Alex Hales, man? Like, Alex Hales is an absolute beast. I don't understand. There's loads of issues with, internal issues, whatever they are. But Alex Hales needs to be in the side. Forget Jason Roy. Alex Hales needs to find his way in some sort of England squad and then eventually into the test, because he's really talented. He's really, really good.
There's Ashwin. There we go. Ravi Chandran. I don't sweat Roy at all. Bring Roy on. I don't sweat him at all.
Why do they hate Alex Hales? When unpurchased in the IPL auction, he can't sniff a spot on the test team. What has he done?
There's some, I think it's an issue with management or something like that. After the whole, what was it? I can't remember what it was. Ben Stokes and Alex Hales, they were reprimanded because of some fight or anything. It was with regards to that. I can't remember if Alex Hales has played properly or regularly with England after that. But you can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, because that's what I remember.
Did they get like in a bar fight or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, Hales was part of that fight? That was Hales too? Oh my gosh. That thing went...
Alex Hales drugs. There you go. That's what Ray says, right? Okay. So that's Alex Hales drugs.
He sniffs off the field. Wow.
Wow. Just Alex Hales drugs. Well, first of all, let me just say this though. In Alex Hales' defense, honestly, and this is being candid, all right? I work in Vegas. I've driven a lot of stars, a lot of them. Thank God the NBA doesn't drug test, bro, because I'm telling you, there's no way they do. There's no way they do. Those guys wouldn't make it. They're in Vegas partying all the time. And just saying, it's Vegas, all right? Marijuana's legal in Vegas. Just saying. So I don't know.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, Gabe. That's why.
Is that what it is? Oh, they went to Vegas? You get a pass, no drug test this month. Like, what, huh? You got to be kidding me. And, let me ask you guys a question too. Is performance enhancing drugs a thing in cricket?
They can be, but they are illegal.
They're illegal in every sport, I'm sure. My question is it a thing? Because it's a big thing in the NFL that the NFL doesn't even want to touch. Stop it. You see those muscle-bound, Goliaths out there with... Bro, I've never seen eye muscles. These guys got, like, muscles underneath their eyelids or whatever. Just ears look flexed out, bro. How do you make... What kind of ear? Come on.
The only player that I can recall that was speculated to deal with performance-enhanced drugs, and I'm saying this in quotes on purpose, is a Pakistani ex-player who I shall not name. But yeah, that's the only one I've heard of. That's a 6 by Stokes coming down the track to Ashwin. Right, okay, everyone, I was wrong. Don't bring Ashwin on.
Wow. What did I say? Don't bring him on too late before he gets comfortable, and he just made a statement with that 6.
He just pumped them for 6 right there. He said, "That's what you get for
guy going."
Times.
There's some footwork. Woo!
Both players at 23. Interesting.
Look at the strike rate difference between the two. One is at 50 and one is almost at 100. Crazy.
Ooh. Someone is saying Prithvi Shaw deserves a chance. Listen, there's no room. And the last time we saw him, he dropped catches and he got ducks and whatnot. I mean, that was not a good match for him. I think he only got the one match. That was not a good match for him. There's no real room. Someone also mentioned that David Warner got in a fight with Joe Root. Who did David Warner not get in a fight with? He had that verbal spat with DeCock, right? I mean, who does this guy not get all upset about? And I love David Warner.
A very different sport. PED won't do anything. But cricket is a very different sport. PED won't do anything. Disagree. Because that's the same thing in baseball where people say, I'll tell you right now, disagree. Oh, it's not going to help you hit the baseball. It doesn't. You know what it helps you do? It helps you heal. It helps you stay on the field and not miss games. All right? Trust me, performance enhancing drugs absolutely help. 100%. All right. Just think about David Warner's groin injury, right? All the hamstring pulls, all the lat pulls, all those injuries go away whenever guys aren't performing enhancing drugs or whatever. They're less likely to get
hair still.
That's statistically proven. All right. Trust me, it definitely helps.
They're saying that Prithvi Shaw got caught up with PED. They were saying he deserves another chance after that situation. Did they have it recently? Because they gave him a second chance not too long ago in Australia.
Bairstow, baby. Let's go, John.
Apparently, Shane Warne took drugs.
What's up, Joey?
That's a sentence. Apparently, Shane Warne took drugs. Full stop.
Full stop. Guys, watch Inside Edge to know about PEDs and cricket. We did the reaction to that, but we haven't had a chance to watch it. Maybe during spring training, we'll have a chance to do it.
The last 19 balls, they've scored 20.
Oh my goodness gracious!
That's beautiful delivery.
How many times has Ishant Sharma flirted with the wicket? Give me a break.
So I don't think they can ever drop Ishant Sharma. He's such a good bowler. Oh,
you know how we are at CFA. We change our mind every day. So, we'll see what happens.
Oh, there.
Sup, super chat. Gibbs used to smoke weed. LOL. Allegedly, it helped him see the ball like a watermelon.
Allegedly. See, there's a lot of allegedlys there. There's a lot of allegedlys. That's what I'm saying. So I can't really tell you any facts because everything I know about this stuff is in air quotes.
Allegedly. Oh, man, that's hilarious.
Rumor has look at Bairstow. He's ready to attack.
This one is hilarious.
That was a Bairstow shot right there.
Shaw took illegal cough syrup. What's illegal cough syrup? I never heard of illegal cough syrup. What seriously? Oops, wrong. Betting, max fixing, spot fixing are common cricket. All right. Well, we're talking about PEDs, but we've heard about the match fixing. If there are any match fixing to be done, I'm telling you, it's got to be with the umpires because some of these guys are blind. Blind.
What's wrong with you?
It's with all of them. It's with everyone. It's with every single person, Gabe. Just everything. Yeah, exactly. They're like, it's out. The other one's like, no, it's not. Oh man, there's a consensus of certain individuals, which I shall not name.
Guys, you guys notice how Asjad's being so cautious? He's like, I don't know what exactly got my channel the strike, but I'm really cautious when I say that.
Exactly.
Absolutely watered down. He's like, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, there's a lot of air quotes and allegedly is going on from now on. So yeah, there's a thought process that every match in cricket is fixed. Every single match, especially in the top 4 or top 3, sorry, as in England, Australia, India, especially around those. But again, allegedly, so I can't really say that, but that's just what I've heard. So that's not a fact. So please don't.
What is your personal opinion about that opinion?
My personal opinion is I can see why people say that, but I don't see every match. I don't think every match is. I think there could be a scenario where they say, oh, we want to win the series. Can we just win the series? And they're like, yeah, okay, sure. But the match they're playing, and it's not a deal between the players. It's probably just the upper kind of management kind of thing.
Are you kidding me? It's like a WWE trying to get the other guy to go over. Like, really?
I think that's why if you're going to fix a match, the easiest thing would do 2 things. right? The curator, the guy that prepares the pitch, you pay that guy off, right? And the umpires, right? On-field umpires, because of stupid umpires' decision, that's important. Because even with people gonna say, well, we got DRS. That doesn't matter because of umpire's decision. Come on.
Ishant Sharma is bowling so well.
I'm telling you.
Did you see that?
So close every single time.
Whew.
Oh, lean. I didn't know lean was a thing over there in India. That was a big problem here in America with the kids. All these rappers got into it's so dumb, man. And it became a big issue here.
Do watch, because I think someone mentioned in the chat, do watch Inside Edge as a TV drama series thing if you get a chance. I'm not saying that's factual, but that's how things could work if it was something that happens all the time, right? But I personally, like I said, it's something that could happen. I really hope not, because a lot of these series are really good and I'm really invested in cricket in life. And if it's all like WWE, I wouldn't like that, because I want to be surprised, you know? And from a guy who likes spoilers, I still like to be surprised.
This is hilarious. Any medicines taken by the Indian players are administered by BCCI. Even a different cough syrup can get you in trouble. That's how much they take it seriously. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Bairstow just saying on 27, my man Bairstow.
Why would you do that to him?
What?
Why would you do that to him?
He's gonna get out now.
I mean, honestly, the man's trying to play for his life right now. Why would you do that to him?
Come on, man. Listen, I believed in Bairstow before nobody did. I believed.
You have changed your opinion on Bairstow
every single match.
More than I've changed my clothes the last 2 weeks.
Oh, man, every single match. Because he's such an infuriating player, bro. Infuriating.
Yeah.
72 for 3. We were asking how much they're going to get before the end of the session when it was 50 for 3 loss. Now it's 72. They're just staying pat. I mean, it's a completely different situation than what we had from overs, what was it, 7 through 12 or so.
Oh, 22, you're out of control. 2 for 22 is everyone in the channel getting the cricket news from QAnon with all these conspiracies.
Oh, wow. And on that bombshell, I'm going to have to go. It is almost 6 o'clock here. Guys, thank you so much for having me. Everyone in the chat,
thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you.
Please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and have a wonderful day. And see you guys later. Thank you so much.
Later, Asjad. Have a good one, buddy.
Later, brother. Cricket documentaries are great, not dramas.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that Inside Edge is kind of cringe, but we've got a lot of requests for it. That's for sure.
Turning point. Buy Cricket First 3.0. Oh, come on.
How
dude.
dare you? Are you looking into the future?
Dude, you know what's sad? He said it was a manual detection. Really? Somebody had the nerve to go on there and say manual detection. Really? How? Gosh, that's so petty, man.
Yeah, I was talking to him before we got live because I was helping him with the strike and whatnot. And I think that because a lot of people, they'll just put the game on YouTube and try to get away with it, right? So I wonder if some guy was going over there for the PSL and they were like, this guy, and they just saw the title of his video and said, yeah, this guy too, without really looking at it. I mean, they have no case against him. So
because he was just talking, you know what I mean?
Very confident he'll get taken down.
Anything. It's crazy.
It's absolutely crazy. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. So many of us have been here like the entire time. We appreciate that. Don't forget to like this stream right here. We're not going anywhere anytime soon, but we just want to say that. No, that wasn't a run out, but they're going to look at it because they have to. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hook us up. I don't even think it was that close, in my opinion.
Nah, you're right. He's safe. You know, I'm really happy to see Bairstow play well, bro, because England doesn't have a lot of options, right? So you got it. Bairstow's got to get right. They still got to fix that opening issue they have. They got to fix that opening issue they have. But
yeah, it was closer than I thought it was, but he's still safe, like I thought.
yeah, he's safe. 72 for 3. So what do we got? Like maybe 15 minutes, Nick, 10 minutes in this session?
If that.
So this first session, I'd call it a draw. I would call it a draw because you got 3 wickets. Bro, you got 3 wickets, but you also gave up 72 runs.
No.
No?
You lose 3 wickets in the first session. That is disastrous. Can they bounce back from that? Can they finish the day with only 4 or 5 wickets? Sure. But 3 wickets in the first session, that is not good. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that does not seem good to me.
No, you never want to lose 3 wickets in the first session.
I wouldn't say a draw at all.
Did we get it to 200 likes? Appreciate that.
Nick, you would not like Inside Edge. Appreciate that.
What? Reference and judges.
I hate booing referees and judges.
Oh. Sorry, Harris. That's all I do. I hate all referees and judges. They're loathsome people. First session to India. Okay. England still got a lot to do. I get it, but listen, that was a hot pocket match early on. And these 2 guys came in, they got a 50 partnership going. They settled this thing down. You got to give them some credit. You know what I mean? Bairstow,
give them some credit. They bounced back pretty well, but they dug themselves so early that they have to do a lot to dig themselves out. If they make it to the 3rd session without losing a wicket, then wow. That's a completely different situation.
Oh, this is classic. Buckner used PEDs. For what? For what? To keep his hand up?
Buckner used the opposite of PEDs.
He needed bifocal glasses.
Some PEDs taken out of his body. Oof. Wicket coming, says Raj. What's up, Raj? Great video request last time. Appreciate that.
Losing wickets is a disaster. My score prediction is that England will score as much as 300. 300 would be a good score for this pitch. I mean, I get it. It's a different pitch, but still, I'll take 300. I will take 300. And if you're England, well, you want to bat into that second day, right? You want to bat into that second day. Because the thing for England is you want a result, but you want to put up runs, but you don't want to put it to the point where you're also going to draw out the match, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, Dot City, great over there by, was that Ashwin?
Yeah, Ashwin's out there. Sorry, I got distracted with something here. But yeah, that's Ashwin.
Ashwin's out here now. Bowling the Stokes. And this is what I was talking about earlier, Nick. You know, the spinner to the left-hander, you know? And especially the ball moves away from you. You get that outside edge. But here, Ashwin's spinning the ball in on him.
Yeah, that one went way too in. That last one.
The dots are just coming. Dot City.
You can get that 4th wicket in this first session. That would be...
Can't happen.
Just what the doctor ordered.
England cannot let that happen.
I need at least 2 wickets in the next session, or I'm going to get a little nervous. I know it's still the first day, but I want England done this first day. I want them done. Yeah, Pon's doing a great job.
But you see that? Like, Stokes is playing smart. Yeah, he's taking a whole bunch of dots. He knows that Ashwin has gotten his wicket 11 times. Why risk a risky shot? You know what I mean? He let that go.
He swung at that last one, didn't get any wood on it, but that could have been close too. He's got to be careful. 72 for 3 and 24 overs. I'm surprised they haven't called the session yet.
Maiden over there. 0 runs last over. Maiden over. So that's back-to-back maiden overs for India. You know, England has plenty of time to score, man. They just got to keep those wickets in hand and play defensively.
We got a lot of predictions out there. We got some people saying Bairstow's going to get a century. Root's going to get another fifer. Listen, as much as I'm liking what Bairstow's doing right now, the guy can't help himself. Right, Gabe? He cannot help himself.
He's got that Pantonian in him, all right? Where he sees that yum 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 delicioso. Here it says, what is this? I want to see the ball spinning 90 degrees. What is this? Yeah, it's not it's not a spinning track. It's not turning.
Here you go, Gabe. I'm going to call it wicket alert.
Interesting.
Unless they go to lunch. Wicket alert.
Ooh.
This over.
Actually,
on the mic there.
If the ball is not turning, agreed. They should bowl 30 overs per session, Nick.
I've seen him call it like the 21st over, for crying out loud.
21st, 25th.
I've seen him call it in the middle of the over. That I don't understand.
Never understand that. Don't understand that at all. It's a good flat wicket. Yeah, but it's not so flat, though, where guys are just scoring crazy like that first pitch, right? Where England put up 600 or 587 in that first inning, and India put up 387, almost 400. So it's a in-between pitch. This is a weird pitch.
Yeah. You don't love yourself some Pont and the noise he's making? I love it.
And England has 3 bowlers on this pitch. You know what? England can't win. They bring the spinners and then it's not turning. I don't know what to tell you. But guess what? India also has 3 spinners and it's not turning. Even though Axar got himself the wickets regardless.
Come on, Axar. It's not turning that much. Get a little closer to him. Give him something he's not expecting here. Throw him the funky cheese. Pont is amazing. There you go. Like I said.
Very nice.
Didn't get a wicket, though.
This is the kind of pitch that will turn from day 3 onwards. Interesting. So, Jitsi says it'll turn on day 3. That is a long time, man.
Oh, I got no wicket that time. Bairstow survives my wicket alert. Axar gave up 2 with 4 dots. 74 for 3 loss after 25 overs. A quarter century overs are in the books. This is the 4th match in India, between India and England. It's interesting how there you go. There's lunch. Like I said, they ain't going to get no 30 overs. It's interesting how they have it as India versus England. In all the American sports, you always have the home team's name second. Yeah. So it's interesting how in cricket, it's not necessarily that way. But our first session's in the books. Lunch is here. Since lunch is about 40 minutes, I think I'm going to, cut myself out here. You know how Nick does it. Got some work tomorrow. Gabe doesn't like sleep, but I love myself some sleep. But listen, this is a great first session. I would have liked that 4th wicket. I knew it was kind of being greedy. I got the 3 that I originally asked for, but I would have loved that 4th one. These guys are comfortable. It may not be the best thing for these 2 batsmen in this partnership to get a break. Maybe it is. Who knows? When they come back, it's going to be how can they get those 2 wickets, at least one of those 2 wickets to make a change. But that's a great first session for India. England, to your point, Gabe, did a great job fighting back. They still got themselves 73 runs,
right,
which is very impressive.
Ooh, Joy says another 600 incoming.
Stop it.
you know what? They're not scoring at that pace, but the pitch just looks. I am most shocked about this pitch. It is day and night, and I get it. They've got multiple pitches there, but it's the same cricket ground for the love of Pete. You know what I mean? Like, man, this curator is just unbelievable. If he can do this at will and just change the pitch at will whenever he wants to, that's absolutely crazy to me. But we'll see what happens moving forward. I'm also going to cut out, and I will be back for the second session in about 40 minutes. Gives me a time to stretch my legs, get something to drink, put my kids to bed, and all that good stuff. But yeah, make sure you guys come back. I'll try to stay through the entire second session. That'll probably put me into about 1:30 or so. And yeah, at that point, the kid's going to bed.
You're insane. You are a legend, my friend. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to like on your way out. I know I say it all the time, but it really, really, really goes a long way. We appreciate that. Check out Born Reviews if you want some more Nick and Gabe. We dropped some reactions tonight. And for me, thank you so much. Abe, what's up?
He says, what's up, my man? Achievement unlocked. Live sixes and a live hat trick as well. Ooh, 3 wickets. That was an amazing game. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Guys and girls, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
That's 6 runs.